This is the Beatbot AquaSense 2 Pro Cordless Robotic Pool Cleaner. And I have to say, the looks are the first thing that impress me. It's got a modern design in emerald green with subtle details that make it look far more high-end than pretty much any pool robot I've used. It's actually kind of heavy when you lift it, so at first, I was a little worried it would be awkward to manage, but there are well-placed handles, and the construction feels solid. Personally, I'd rather have a machine that feels tough and stable than something too lightweight that gets pushed around by the water currents. From my experience, setup was a breeze. Just unbox, charge, and drop it in the pool. No assembly, no confusing instructions. It comes ready to work, which I always appreciate since I'm not a fan of complicated gadgets. The app is straightforward, even if you're not the most techie person. App control gives you access to all the key features, so you can set cleaning modes, see progress, and even control it directly if you want to send it to a certain area that needs extra attention. The key features really stand out. This model is known for its 5-in-1 cleaning. That means it's not just scrubbing the pool floor like older robots. It does the floor, climbs the walls, hits the waterline where that grime and sunscreen builds up, and takes care of surface skimming too. It even clarifies the water, which helps keep the whole pool sparkling, not just free of debris. These features come together so you're not constantly worrying about missed spots or needing a second piece of equipment for skimming. During my first few uses, what absolutely grabbed my attention was just how quiet it is. I'm used to pool robots humming loudly or making weird grinding sounds, but Beatbot AquaSense 2 Pro barely makes a sound. I could be sitting poolside reading or talking to friends and completely forget it was running. If you want something that doesn't disturb your backyard vibe, this is a strong point. Another thing that I've found genuinely cool is the smart navigation. I was a little skeptical about how well it would handle my pool shape, since I have some awkward curves and a steep, deep end. The AquaSense 2 Pro uses a combination of sensors and what they call an AI-powered camera to scan and map the pool. I can actually see the map in the app, and I've watched it switch up its pattern depending on what area it's in, like an S shape for the floor, then hugging the wall tightly when it climbs. I didn't have to go rescue it as much as I did with my old cleaner. But I'll be honest, there was one time it got stuck by my stairs. All I had to do was nudge it gently and it got back to work. Most of the time, it handles corners and stairs much better than you'd expect from a big robot like this. Let's talk battery life. From my experience, the battery life really delivers on what it claims. When you use the surface skimming mode, it runs for up to 11 hours, which honestly is overkill for my pool. For floor, wall, and waterline cleaning, it goes about 5 hours on a single charge. That means I can set it to clean everything in the morning, and by early afternoon, my pool is spotless. Charging is fast too, taking only about 4 hours for a full charge. I can easily fit that into my schedule even before a pool party or a relaxing weekend. Now, about cleaning performance. I live in an area surrounded by trees and even a bunch of bamboo nearby, so my pool always catches plenty of leaves, seeds, and random debris, especially at the start of the season. I was really curious if this robot could actually handle that mess, or if I'd be left skimming by hand. To my relief, the Beatbot AquaSense 2 Pro suction is powerful, and it collects just about everything. The filter basket pops out from the top and is a breeze to empty and rinse. No fiddling around or getting my hands dirty. The double brush system really helps too. It scrubs algae and dirt off the floor and pool walls. So not only does the pool look better, it really feels cleaner. One honest thing to mention, from my experience, is that the surface skimming mode is cool, but not always perfect. Sometimes it misses a few floating bits, especially if the wind picks up or if there's a lot dropped in quickly. I'd say it still handles about 90% of the task. But if you want absolutely every last bug and leaf off the surface, you might have to net it yourself sometimes. For the other cleaning modes though, it seriously impresses. Something I like is the smart parking function. When cleaning is done or the battery is low, it finds its way to the closest wall, rises to the surface, and just sits there, waiting for me to pick it up. I don't have to fish around underwater to find it, which seems like a small thing, but makes for a much better user experience. As for cleaning patterns and extra features, I can choose in the app if I want it running in a 1-pass or 2-pass mode, set it for an eco-clean if I just need a quick tidy up, or tell it to focus extra on the waterline. Those options are such a time saver. If you've got guests coming and you want the pool sparkling with minimal effort, it just makes sense. One thing I worried about before buying was whether it would struggle on my deep end or if it would just float up. That's a problem I had with previous cleaners. But the Beatbot AquaSense 2 Pro climbs right down and never hesitated, thanks to its strong motors and big battery. It's clearly designed for big pools up to almost 3,900 square feet according to the spec sheet. And even if your pool is smaller, you'll appreciate the extra power.